All right, welcome back, people. We appreciate it. In this segment 2, we got Crest from, is it Crest Designs or just Crest?
Currently Crest Art and Apparel.
Crest Art and Apparel. You got your mic, put your mic on, put your mic up there, just so we can make sure people can hear you. Yeah, just go ahead, or either hold it. Now when you put it there, don't talk too loud now. Give them that smooth voice.
Yeah, good night, Barry.
There you go. There you go.
Barry.
All right, so tell the people who you are, what you got, and what you got on the table for us right now. Give us some background about Crest.
They call me Crest. Most people don't know. Stands for Coolness Resonates Ever So Subtly. So that's
hold up, man.
Yeah.
20-second timeout. I never do that shit, Slim.
Yeah, that's why it's abbreviated.
That's what's up.
So when you see the hats, if it doesn't have a crest by Crest, it's not Crest.
Okay.
Okay. And so I'm a custom apparel hat designer.
These Jones
GTG
right here.
Tampa chapter member.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Bitch.
And,
So how long you been doing this, man?
all together, man, I've been as far as like my overall, I'd probably say about 10 years. I started off doing jewelry.
Okay.
About 10 years ago. I'm from Tampa, so I was raised out here, and I used to do jewelry for a little bit. It transitioned into clothing, and then I ended up moving to Atlanta. So,
Okay.
Well, first off, funny story, the Crest came from the actual Crest building in Ybor City. So I was sitting down there one night, I looked up and I was like, Coolness Resonates Ever So Subtly. So that's what's gonna be my name. And then upon research, realized it was kind of like a department store, so they used to sell clothes, so and there's one in different cities, so
So it went.
It's kind of dope. Anyway.
Even if you do say so yourself.
It's
kind of smooth.
I'm like, that's my building right there. I got 2 in the city, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But no, I ended up moving to Atlanta, man. I moved to Atlanta. Long story short, if everybody knows Christine Morgan, you know what I'm saying? Lipsticks and
Fingertips. Shout out to Christine. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mobile Cigar Lounge, as well as just a really dope person. And she was running Nikki's Cigar Lounge on Old National.
Old
National. Yeah.
Back in the day. And man, I had just got to Atlanta and I was running around, phone out with IG. Yeah, man, you got to mess with me, man. You got to mess with me. You got to come look at, I got this shit. At that time, I'm only
grinding.
Clothes and shit. You know what I'm saying? No hats.
Yeah.
And I had one hat I tried to make for Big Crit, and we couldn't get into the concert. And I'll show you the pictures later. It's probably the dopest hat I've ever made, and I ain't never touched that again. Well, second dopest. But I ran into her in the lounge, and she said I could make her a piece because she was going to Detroit for an event, and then she had her anniversary coming up. So she had these mannequin heads. She bought a bunch of yellow fedoras, like banana yellow fedoras, and I was like, well, if you want, I could put a little stuff on the fedoras. At this point, I'm putting polka dots, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing, ain't no stamp, ain't no nothing, you know what I'm saying? So I did that, she was like, well, you can set up outside for my event. I'm like, cool. I'm out there, I got my little jackets and shirts and shoes and shit. I see one hat walk out. I see another hat walk out, and I see another person walk out with 2 of them. I'm like, hey. Like, where you get the hats from? Because they were just supposed to be table displays.
Right.
Like, man, I bought it inside. Light bulb.
Yeah, right.
And then once she took it, doing what she was doing at the time, her thing with the mobile lounge and wearing it, and it just planted that seed, man. And it just went everywhere.
That's funny you should say that, man, because I remember when I first met Christine, and she was always wearing fedora. She always had on a fedora, and she just still does. Not talking to her about past tense, but now, so that's the connection. And so
I literally have a room in her house, and I don't even live there. It's
that's good stuff, man.
You ask her,
that's good stuff.
You gotta take off your shoes to count that amount.
The main house,
she got.
or the she shed, the main she shed in the back.
Yeah, she probably got 1 or 2 in there on display, but she got a. I watched a 3-minute video of a tour of Crest hats.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So she's I mean, I owe a lot to her. She, you know what I'm saying? She's one of the greatest, and from there, it just kicked off.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? She's always supported me. At the early stages, man, it was Detroit. Everywhere she was at, she just said, pull up, and I sit up in front of her, you know what I'm saying? From the early days of Heritage Festival and everything like that. So,
that's real.
I mean, from there, it picked up, and 8,000 hats later.
Right.
You feel me?
Ho. You made 8,000 hats, man?
I mean, between fedoras, ball caps. Yeah, we probably at like 8,200 something around there.
Good stuff.
So,
Good
I mean,
stuff,
better half of like 8-9 years I've been making the hats consistently every year. And you figure we're in like over 10 cities a year.
Let me hold
Each
something.
event I'm taking 40, 50 fedoras.
Let me hold something, young fella. Let me hold something.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? We trying to buy a farm, man.
Oh, there you go.
We're trying to feed the village.
There you go.
Come on, man. So you travel.
Yes.
So name some of the events that you've been to. First of all, give yourself a shameless plug about the site, you know, all that good stuff. Go ahead and let them know what that is.
Currently, right now, just find me you can find me under Terry Wilson on Facebook. That's my personal page, but if you want to do a lot more business, just hit me on IG at Crest Art and Apparel. That's KRESS. Put an A after that, and my algorithm's popping, so you'll find me.
He says algorithm is popping.
Yeah.
Right about now.
Yeah. It's usually one or two on the list. You know what I'm saying?
Good stuff. All right, so as you can tell, we are wearing the actual fedora that he made for us.
Custom joints.
And us being our Tampa chapter, so we had an event, and I decided, hey, look, we need to put together, you know, some type of game. Tell the people what you decided to do and how you brought in
really,
Crest.
we were just looking for something to where it could represent all of us. But Crest actually came to me with the
Oh, good
idea
shit.
and said, like, hey, like, man, I can, you know, on the strength of the love for the family, I can do a fedora for everybody. I just need this, this, and this. And, you know, of course, he came to me while I was still the deputy mayor of the chapter.
Right.
You know, out of respect. And so, and I was like, man, hell yeah, like, especially if he's gonna do all that work. And so it was a dope idea, man, and it came across like crazy because everybody saw it, everybody loved it. And the beautiful thing about it is that it created more business for them as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because the other chapters were like, we gotta do the same thing. Y'all biting a little bit, but it's all right. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. You know what I'm saying? See, y'all
It's all
showed the
family
love.
love.
Yeah,
Shout out to
see,
Baton
y'all showed the
Rouge.
love. Right.
Baton Rouge.
See what up?
Yeah. So, but that's how it came about.
You know, it's funny. It's funny with that because what I've told any chapter that has inquired about it is, and we'll say this out loud now, is when the chapter does, only each chapter can have a certain color. So if the next couple chapters get black, blue, and all the normal ones, then your chapter going down the line is subjected to only a certain color that y'all can get because y'all can't repeat the colors. So just the FYI for your chapters, get with me soon because you start running out of them earth tones, it's gonna be hard to actually get you right.
Right.
You might just have to rock ball caps, you know what I'm saying? And everybody's sauced up. So
But the ball caps, they're everywhere, man.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of GTG. I'm traveling, you know, I travel a lot, and I actually see the ball caps in airports. You know, when people are traveling through the airports, man.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So tell the people, you know, what does it take for you to put together the fedora and also the ball cap, and tell them how they can customize it and stuff as well.
Right. I mean, really, most of it just starts with a good consultation, man. And that's kind of why, like, I've had my online store up a couple times, and I've had it down during my event months. I really don't, because I really don't hold much stock. You know, I'm always creating for the next event. But it really comes off to a vibe when it comes to the hat. You know, I get on the phone, chop it up with you. You know, kind of get a feel for you. You kind of let me know your colors and what you're into. And then we go from there. So that can depend on the color, the style of hat, and like the embellishment, you know, what accoutrements I'm going to be putting in there. You know, I just made one the other day where I just made a Zeta one the other day that had a line number and the 1920 on there.
Right.
You know, the royal blue with the white accent, perfect.
Right.
And that already spawned a bubble, you know what I'm saying? And then I did one, somebody wanted butterflies.
Okay, you did one for me. We'll make a Sci 5 one.
Absolutely.
Did that
Absolutely.
with-
So it really comes down to that.
And the
man.
consultation with me, is that we had to find a hat that could fit my head.
Yeah.
That was the only thing. I mean, I knew I had a challenge, but you ain't had to do me like that.
You got a pricey selection of hats. I ain't gonna lie. If it ain't Stacy or better, he ain't wearing it.
Shout out to Delta Sigma Theta, January 13th, who celebrated their Founders Day. Shout out to Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, who celebrated on January 15th.
Absolutely.
And as he just said, shout out to Zeta Phi Beta and our very own Creole Queen, who celebrated their Founders Day for their sorority.
Outstanding. Absolutely.
But yeah, man, it's a consultation that comes down to that. It's a really simple process. It can get a little detailed when I do logo pieces and stuff like that. I just did one for Brown Eyed Smoke, which I'll show y'all later.
Good stuff.
But yeah, of course, Kia down there in Miami, she's got a conscious one. So if it gets the details like that, as long as it's not faces, I can do it.
Right.
You know, I'm kind of like a rendition artist, so I'm able to like sit there with the phone, and I just look, and I just layer, and I just keep doing it. Pencil sketch it out and all this kind of stuff.
That's special. That's special talent.
All right.
Yeah. So
we appreciate you joining us, man.
Yeah,
you know, we love ours, and I got a couple. How many you got from them?
10.
God.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting another. I need to make an order for
Technically, with the two
Sundresses and Sister coming up this year.
Okay.
Yeah, so I need one.
Sister, yeah.
Because the last picture I took, because Howard had one, Nate had one, and Mark had his.
Yeah.
I need mine.
Yeah, we're gonna do that, and just find me in any city, man. I'm at all the smokeouts this year. You know, you can
name a couple of them that you're gonna be at this year.
We're gonna be doing Louisville Smokeout. We're doing Charlotte Smokeout. It's gonna be the first annual St. Louis Smokeout, and of course Charleston. You already know what time it is.
Right.
So a lot of that, man. A lot of this. GTG, hit me up if y'all want me to come out to your anniversary. Outside of that, call somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody.
Hey,
love y'all, man.
Walt Walton, he coming to St. Louis.
Coming to St. Louis soon. All right, we're gonna lock this down and get to the next episode, and soon. Well, not that episode, the next segment. Going to appreciate you joining us, big fella.
Deuces.
Appreciate y'all, man. You already know what it is.
Got it.
Thank you, man, for real.
All right, that was a good little segment there with Crest, and also the first segment we had with the owners, with Juanita and Wanda.
But even learning about Crest's name and how he came up with it.
I know, I don't even remember what he said, but it was cool. All I know, it was cool as shit what he said.
Coolness resonates ever so subtly.
What? Say that again?
Coolness resonates ever so subtly.
That's a little M-E-T-H-O-D, man.
M-A-T-H. All right, hey, look. All right, so look. Let's start getting into some current shit. Let's get back to the little sports we used to talk to all about everything, right? CFB Championship tomorrow. Who you got? Well, I'm gonna ask a question here. Let me ask you this. What does Miami have to do to win, and what does Indiana have to do to win? Start with Miami. What do they have to do to win?
Hey, you said start with Miami? First and foremost, Beck has to limit his turnovers. He has the mental. He's been in over 28, 29 games in his career, starting off in Georgia and now at U of M. He has to limit his turnovers. His mental's there. Their defense, Baines, and I forgot the other gentleman's name, has to get to the Heisman Trophy winner at least 2 or 3
Mendoza
times to affect them. This man gets the ball out 2-point-something seconds every time, so they're gonna have to affect his rhythm for them to win.
Yeah, they can't turn the ball over, and they can't kill themselves. They're penalized a lot. They get stupid penalties, and then they can't miss their opportunities. Last game against Ole Miss, they should have picked off Chambliss like 5 times.
Right.
To where they dropped 5 picks.
Yep.
And so when you play in a team like Indiana that doesn't really make mistakes, if they make one, you got to take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? You got to. And hopefully you can, if they can turn Indiana over and score off of one of those, then I think they'll be good. But because Indiana doesn't make mistakes, man, so they got to.
Yeah, and they always talk about their well-coached team, but here's the thing. Well, let me stick with Miami first. My response in terms of Miami, I think that offensive line has to control. They have to get their running game. If they can do what they did against Ole Miss, where they actually pounded, they were getting their running game 5 yards.
What's his name? Malachi?
Yeah.
Is it Malachi? Is that the running back?
I can't remember his name.
I thought the last name began with an F.
Oh, I don't know. Tony. I forget.
Tony is the.
Malachi. That's the Malachi
Tony
is that fast little wide receiver.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's Tony. Yeah, like so, because that's the other key. My bad. It's the other key for him. He has to get like 10 touches. He has to get 10 touches.
Electrifying.
And because that dude, and he's a freshman. He's supposed to be a senior in high school right now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He reclassed.
Bro.
He reclassed. Some.
That's just talent.
Some people play the game, man, and they just got it. You know what I mean? They ball hawks. They just got it. And can you imagine what if he continues in this trajectory? What he will be 2-3 years from now? I don't know if he'll stay in college for that time period, but wherever he goes,
I hope he does.
He's gonna be something else.
Collect the monies, take care of his body.
So what does Indiana have to do?
Indiana has to be themselves.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm not necessarily a Big Ten fan, but when I watched that Big Ten championship and then this subsequent playoff run, they are a fine, well-tuned machine in all 3 phases of the game. So all they have to do is be themselves.
Yep. Don't let the moment get too big. Because we've seen it before, too, where teams have been undefeated.
Right.
And then they get to that game.
Yep.
And then they want to do something extra.
Yep.
Nah, just like you're saying, just do exactly what you've been doing. And the thing that'll help them is that they're all old as hell. They're all like 23, 24
Didn't he get
years
most
old.
of his team came from JMU?
James Madison University out of Virginia. Shout out.
Yep. Yeah, most of his guys started off. Most of them started off at like D2 or FCS, and then came up. He brought them to JMU through the transfer portal, and then brought them to Indiana when he came.
But what I think is funny as well, and I mentioned to you, I think last week, for the 4 teams that were in the last 2 games, Ole Miss, Oregon, Indiana, and the U, all their coaches come from the Saban tree.
Oh, they sure did. That's right. You did mention that.
They come from the Saban tree, which was crazy. And I saw an interview with Cristobal, and Sarah. I can't say his name. I say Serengeti all the time, but it's Cignetti.
Yeah, that's it.
They were answering questions, and they both had the same answer. They know how to not cause controversy, stick to the plan, the game plan, and move forward. But yeah, I wanted to mention that.
Yeah, man. I think that I agree. Indiana just needs to be Indiana. But you made a comment that's always in my head. It's tough to go the whole season undefeated, even though you're 1 game away. That's when the pressure comes into play. Now they've handled pressure extremely well. I mean, and they kicked Alabama's ass, they kicked Oregon's ass. I mean, but Miami is riding that wave of excitement and from being at home, from being the last team to make it in the playoffs, right?
Yep.
They weren't even expected to be in it till the last moment, and here they are. That reminds me
from Notre Dame, all but hurt.
Yeah, exactly. So it reminds me when going to NFL, when the Giants, remember they were the wild card, and they had to go on a run, and they went on a run. They beat New England, and no one thought that they would beat New England, and they ended up once again. New England had a chance to go undefeated. This seems like the college version of that.
Well, I think 2 things. Their mentality, their culture is following the coach. Indiana's that. He's cool, calm, and collective at all times. That's 1. 2, I believe that in the last couple of days, even today and tomorrow, you're going to have all of those famous U of M players that play in the league on the sideline. Hey, $1,000 for a sack, $5,000 for interception. I truly believe that's going to happen, and that's going to, as a home game, this is going to bring that culture back to the 2002 season. The old 80s.
They've been waiting for what, 23 years? 23 years to get back.
Bro. Since that bullshit.
We know one Bama's going to be on the sideline. Michael Irvin.
I know Lewis is going to be there.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, they all going to be there. But that's the other thing that the Miami players got to be doing. Is hopefully them boys took their minute to look at their social media or whatever, and they said whatever they wanted to say to their fans, but hopefully they cut all that off. You know what I'm saying? And since they home, because it would have been smart. Hey, I know we're home, but we're going to stay here. We're gonna stay Fort Lauderdale. We're gonna stay Hollywood or somewhere else, and we're gonna stay somewhere else. And this is where we're gonna be. We closing shop.
I'm sure Cristobal probably done that. I'm sure.
I hope he did.
Cut the noise down.
Yep.
Let's go to NFL. First thing.
Well, hold on. But who thinks gonna win?
Miami. I got Miami.
I changed mine. I'm going Miami.
You're going Miami?
I changed mine. Yeah, I'm going Miami.
Man, I want to go Miami, but bruh.
All right, so here's how you do that.
That machine is
if you got money on it, as opposed to your wallet or your heart. So if your wallet, who you choose?
Indiana.
Oh, Indiana. Indiana, of course.
Yeah.
I'm kind of with that too, but I want Miami to win.
I want Miami to win.
I want Miami to win.
I want them to get that swagger back, and then recruiting continues. You know, as I said about the payola on the Miami side, we forget one of the richest man in America is going to be on the Indiana side. The former Dallas Mavericks owner,
Mark Cuban. He's an IU grad.
He went to Indiana?
Yeah, he's an IU alum.
Oh, snap. I didn't know that.
He's talked about how they've never been there. You know, they haven't been in the basketball since I think 76 or something like that.
Oh, back when
Bobby Knight was there.
Bobby Knight and who's our point guard? Isaiah Thomas. When they won it back in the day. That was a long time.
They've been a long time. You know, look, that taste in the mouth not being there. So I'm sure he got some people. Hey.
Man, if Indiana wins, man, we're not gonna hear the end of this, man. I mean, oh my goodness, undefeated.
But they're well-oiled machine. You got to give it to them. They are a well-oiled machine.
They're a great team. Here's the thing. When we'll leave with this. The better team is Indiana.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's no doubt about that.
Without a doubt.
But the better team doesn't always win. You got to make sure you keep that in mind. The better team is definitely in Indiana, but the best team doesn't always win. On that one game in and out, do or die.
You got to make plays.
So NFL. Let's talk about NFL. First thing I want to talk about is the Mike Tomlin firing.
But no, he retired.
Yeah, he didn't get fired. He didn't get fired.
Oh, I thought he got fired.
No, he stepped down. He stepped down.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah. The Rooney family. First of all, they gave him his salary for the next 2 years.
Good shit.
They gave him a pass to go get. If he gets hired again, they're not going to stop it.
Yep.
They gave his family for a lifetime a box where he can relax with his kids, come to the game.
That Rooney organization has always
top notch.
They've always been a top
3 coaches.
Yep.
That's
3
it.
coaches throughout the.
But like how many? Like in the
Chuck
last,
Noll,
Cower,
and then him. So like in the last 50 years or whatever, they had 3 coaches.
Yep.
Stability.
And they're the reason why. What's the rule?
Rooney rule. The Rooney rule.
Yep.
You gotta interview a black coach if there's an opening in your organization.
Yep.
Man, they gonna make me become a damn Steelers fan now, man.
No, I'm not doing that, but
I mean, secondly, and everything.
But I do like his decision though.
To step down?
Yeah.
It don't cause any controversy.
Yeah.
I think it's going to affect whether Rodgers comes back.
Nope.
I think it gives them opportunity to look at that organization and say, what we're going to do. They need a quarterback.
Yeah.
They need to, reconcile that offense. They haven't been consistent since Roethlisberger has left.
Right.
So they got to find
they've gone through quarterbacks like crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Well, that's good stuff. I didn't know that. That's good stuff. Jim Harbaugh. Was you shocked about that one?
Nope.
You weren't shocked about that one?
Oh, getting fired? Yes.
Getting fired. Yeah.
Getting fired, yes.
Yeah.
Having been there for a long time, but at some point in time, he and Todd Monken has to take accountability for having King Henry on the sideline at opportune times where they should have been on his back. Even with a lightning quarterback like Lamar Jackson, they have to take accountability. But I think he is in a better place. He has a 5-year, $100 million contract where he reports only to the Maras. He doesn't report to the GM.
And that's what the Giants, right?
The Giants. That's why the contract took a little time.
And I'm damn sure I want to see his ass in our league.
What's going to be key for him? Who he hires for OC and who he hires for DC.
Yeah.
There's a lot of OCs out there. I don't know if
so here's a question. So I was talking to, remember the dude we were over in Cigar Castle, the big dude that's Miami fan?
Yeah.
So I was sitting there talking to him the other day, and he gave me information, 2 gems information. One, I asked him, I said, so, Jackson Dart, I mean, they're high on him, man. They think that he is actually the franchise quarterback for him. They were talking about, well, wait a minute. What about bringing in, other quarterback, and then to actually he'll be able to sit 2 or 3 years? I'm like, I don't think so, man.
Not New York. That's not
Jackson
New York,
Dart
man.
City?
Yeah.
Hell
It's
no.
not gonna happen in New York.
Nah,
Somebody get killed.
Nah.
Yeah. So that's one thing he was saying. So the other thing he said, back to the Jim Harbaugh situation, which I didn't know, and he said he got this from a solid source, that Jim Harbaugh was not supposed to be fired initially. He went in and talked to the owners, and they said, yep, you're coming back, no big deal, we won't sign you. He said, okay, cool. He said, but somebody has to go. The owner said somebody has to go. And Jim was like, okay, yeah, I agree. You know, probably be the OC or the DC, I mean, probably OC or everything. So he goes and talks to Lamar. He tells Lamar, he said, no, I know you didn't like the OC, so I'm coming back, just let you know I'm coming back. Lamar was like, what you mean I don't like the OC? He said, yeah, you didn't like him. You hadn't talked to him in like 2 or 3 months. He said, so it's one to believe that you didn't get along with him, so he's gone. Come to find out, Lamar went behind his back, told the owners and said that he had no problem with the OC, his problem with Jim Harbaugh.
Well, that was news. It came out.
It did come out?
It came out because I think what Lamar as the quarterback, I think a lot of the players came to Lamar and said, hey, this is what's going on. I think the staleness and the lack of receptiveness from the players, Harbaugh wasn't listening to what was coming up the pipe. And I don't think it was Todd Monken in terms that he didn't like. I think it was the lack of Harbaugh being a staunch, old school, not doing my way, type of thing, but he wasn't listening.
He didn't seem like he was too active on the sidelines.
I mean, he was. I mean, because a lot of times, the head coach, it may not seem like that, but every time he talking, he giving out orders.
Giving out orders.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every time you see him talking or whatever, he giving out orders, to not do this, to do this, slow it down. Hey, we need to pick, we need to blitz more, we need to do whatever.
Right.
Hey, no, we need to roll with this package.
And then the OC and DC execute.
They execute. And you see all those other coaches out there, especially like if your OC or your DC is in the booth, then you got like 3 or 4 other coaches that are out there taking everything that they say, and then they're the ones who are moving all around and moving these players and telling who to go in or whatnot.
Got it.
But
yeah, that was some shocking news. I hadn't heard that it already had been out for the most part. Yeah, that's tough stuff.
So what do you think about the hiring of Stefanski in Atlanta?
horrible.
Yeah, I hate that.
Horrible. If I'm Michael Penix, I'm like, man, can I get traded right now?
Right.
If I'm Michael
They
Penix,
hired Stefanski in Atlanta?
In Atlanta.
Last night.
If I'm Penix, I'm like, yo, and shout out to Penix because he's from here. If I'm him, I'm begging, please trade me, get rid of me now. Watching what he just did to Shador,
Right.
I'm out. Like, please,
Right.
I want nothing
Do
to
you
do
know the
with
history
it.
and the background why he did what he did to Shador? Man, let me share this shit with you, man. So, remember Deion Sanders when he was playing with the Yankees and they won the pennant, and then he went in the locker room. I don't know if you remember this. He went and poured water, a bucket of water on the announcement.
He's a famous announcer.
Yep. He played baseball and then he went and became an announcer or a commentator and stuff, right? He was
But there was a reason for that. There was a reason for that.
Yeah, because he was saying some things about Deion. Yeah. So to clarify, he was saying some disparaging things about Deion, about him playing football and baseball, and some other stuff as well. So Deion took the opportunity, water on him, right? Fast forward, when that happened, there was a 10-year-old that it was his grandson that didn't like it. That grandson is Stefanski.
What?
That grandson, when that happened, was Stefanski. So now, fast forward, Deion's son, Shador, is coming to play for Cleveland, and he's the head coach, even though everybody and their grandmother know that Shador was the better quarterback, if given the opportunity. He's not doing it.
But look, Stefanski, he had, I think it's 13 quarterbacks in his tenure.
Yeah, we was on 5 years.
I'm talking about from Minnesota.
Oh, you talking about from
all the way to Cleveland, and none of them have been successful.
Nope. That's why I'm like.
That's why he's a back Penix. Go home.
I'm like, bro,
Get out
that's
of
the
there.
first thing I thought. Like, damn, young bro.
All right. So playoffs, hell of a man. These games have been something else, man. And now, except for last night, I mean, you know, it is what
the
it
last
is,
one.
right? It is what it is.
It was a mauling.
Right. But let's make some predictions. All right, we already know we got an AFC coming in Denver, right? Denver did his thing and it was fucked up what happened with the ankle of
No, it's not. I'm glad. I don't want Peyton to win. I don't like Peyton. So
you're right.
Nope.
You don't like Sean Payton?
I don't.
Yeah, I got an issue with Sean Payton too.
A lot of people got an issue with Sean Payton.
But I would have liked to see Bo, even though I don't really like Bo like that. But to get all the way there and to get an injury like that, man, that's tough.
That's what you get.
Right.
That's what you get.
So we got Denver in. Who's gonna win, Houston or New England?
Man, I'm gonna say I want Houston to win.
Back to the heart and the wallet thing.
I want Houston to win, but I'm gonna say New England. And the reason why I'm gonna say this is because if Houston's quarterback plays against New England's defense the way he played last week, where you could tell like them nerves were on him bad. He couldn't do anything right. If he plays like that today, oh, it's a wrap.
Who that's the quarterback? What's his
Stroud.
Stroud, TJ Stroud. So here's a stat. Stroud is third in the league against the blitz in completion percentage, 68%. I never would have thought that.
You know what?
Never would have thought that.
He had Nico Collins who can't play today.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you this.
Yeah, that's
I've
a
never
big
gone
point.
for I've never gone for a Ohio State quarterback, but I want for one reason and one reason all. Unless you correct me, I think this will be the first time that a player who became a coach who's black has an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. A player,
right. Championship, right?
You know, it goes. I'm going with the Texans beating New England in New England for that very reason. I think, you know, to Ike's point, Stroud, he can't have a bad game. He don't have to have a great game. He can't have a bad game. He has to manage the game and make sure they run, and take his opportunities down the field, which they'll
and
have.
then hit the play action. Because you can't do it without.
And let that defense do his thing. I think the defense is going to come up with some points.
Yeah, I mean, because think about it. When you have a defense like that, all you got to do is manage the game. And that's it.
Let's talk about Baltimore back in the day with
with Trent.
Yeah, with Trent Dilfer.
Yep. That's all you got to do is just manage the game.
Yep.
And I'm not sitting up here trying to act like I'm some great. We're not trying to sit up here and act like we're great football savants or whatever. But that's just something that the pros who are commentating stuff now, they'll tell you he just got to manage the game. You know what I'm saying? Like you're saying, run the ball, take your shots when you got them, hit them. Don't try to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Too fancy. Don't try to make some, don't figure that you're in this game, so you got to be the one that makes the throw.
Right.
You got to be the one that makes the play.
What's the coach's name?
No, you don't.
D'Amico Ryans.
D'Amico Ryans. I want, as a linebacker, I want him. Now he's a coach.
Yeah.
I want him. I want to shine.
So, after D'Amico Ryans, Mike Vrabel, Oklahoma drill, in their prime, who winning?
Oh man,
who winning?
Because man, Vrabel ain't no punk, man.
He ain't no punk, yeah.
Ryan was no joke either.
Yeah, I know it, but
I'm gonna go with Vrabel.
Vrabel?
Because he came before he was with Cleveland. He was coaching Cleveland. He came before he came to the. He was the Steelers. He was the Steelers before he came to.
When he went to New England.
Yeah. So I think that hard.
Yeah. I don't know. That might be one of those to where
because it's a small
loses but because sometimes during that Oklahoma drill, you stand each other up.
Hey, look, for those who don't know what the Oklahoma drill is, let's ask the boy from Oklahoma. Tell him what it is.
Man, some people do it different. There's little variations of it, but all it is all the players are lined up. You got 5 yards between you. Sometimes you both in 3-point stance. Sometimes you laying down.
Yep.
And you got to hop up when that whistle's blown, and you just hit. You just come straight into each other and just hit. It's the reason why a lot of cats go play basketball.
I can't take it, mama.
Right here.
Take it, mama.
Well, I had other reasons. It wasn't because of Oklahoma drill. My thing was, man, I didn't like playing in cold weather.
That's what it was?
I mean, I hated it. I hated
I'm gonna tell you
I was very successful playing football. Got recruited more for football than I did basketball.
Son.
But man, it was just playing and fucking. It's inevitable. You cannot go through a season without playing in cold weather.
That was an issue. My issue was my freshman year. We played against. If you remember the movie Lean on Me.
Yeah.
We played against the East Side Ghost, and most of their freshmen were juniors and seniors because they got left back so many times. And you go through as a running back, you go through the gauntlet.
Yep.
Man, they cracked my ribs. I said, "Ma, Man,
They hitting out here, coach.
they hitting. They
hitting out here,
But I didn't
coach.
realize that a lot of those freshmen weren't freshmen because they were big. I'm like, but they had matured, they had grown. Eastside High School. I'm done, and I never played football again.
It's like that
84.
now, these young boys, man. You think you know what I mean? 5 years in college, 6 years in college. Matter of fact, what's Dante from Oregon? One of the quarterbacks in college has been there like for 6 years. There's a few of those.
There's
like
a lot
that,
of them.
man.
It wasn't all right,
because
so-
of the COVID year. You got a COVID year, red shirt, and then you got injured or something like that.
Right.
You in 5 or 6 years.
Man.
That's why Bo Nix had so many games. Because
Yep.
Bo Nix had so many games.
That's why he's.
And that matures you too.
Yeah,
I mean,
it does.
It definitely matures you for real.
Well, you know, Dante he's coming back.
Yeah,
Dante
he
Moore,
decided to come
which I
back,
think
which,
he should.
which I think is a good move
Yeah,
for him.
yeah.
I think that's a great move for him, for sure.
That's why I'm laughing at that boy that originally signed with Georgia and then went to Nebraska. Remember, he like signed with like 2 different schools, or said he was going to go to 2 different schools,
Oh,
and then
he
he
did.
went to Nebraska, and then he just went to Oregon, and now Moore is coming back, so he gonna have to sit the bench. He was starting.
Yeah, he's sad now.
Dumbass.
But
It
you know
happens.
what? I like the fact they changed the rule. As of next year, the portal doesn't open until afterwards,
Yeah.
for coaching purposes and player purposes.
So who's winning the Super Bowl? Who's in it and who's winning it?
You know me, I'm a Georgia boy. I'm going with my man Stafford, who came out of Detroit. I think he's going to be MVP this year.
Yeah.
I'm going LA. I got LA playing Houston, and I got LA scoring a lot of points where Stroud's not going to be able to keep up.
Actually, I think that was that my when I texted you guys
Yeah,
yesterday.
that was
I
you.
said
You had the
I
same-
said
yeah.
LA and Houston. Yep. I just think, man, Houston is on a uptick. Especially that defense. Anytime you can rush forward and don't have to blitz and get to the
That's a problem,
quarterback.
son. It's a
I
problem.
mean, the Eagles did it. I was so happy they lost, man.
Were you?
Man, I was happy the Eagles lost. Man, I called that. They were too up and down in terms of offensively. They were
But I don't
they
think
were
that
like
was the player.
lukewarm
I
in
think
one
there was
part
some
and
of the
hot in
players.
another.
I think it was part players, but I think it was also the OC.
Yeah, but I don't like Sirianni, man. I think Sirianni is I ain't gonna say what I think real time, but I don't appreciate his attitude and stuff and everything. Especially anytime a coach can go try to cuss out fans during the middle of the game, man. I mean, that's you got an issue with that. You're not focused on what you need to be focused on. Super Bowl, who you got?
Man, if they continue playing how they played last night, Seattle, bro. Because Seattle's defense is fucking
They're much better than I
joke.
thought. I didn't know they were the number 1 defense.
Yeah, man. Seattle's
I didn't
defense
know
is
that.
no joke. That's why they talking about like the Legion of Boom is back.
Yeah, they call them the dark side.
Yeah,
man.
they said they didn't want to be caught. They wanted their own thing.
Yep.
And yeah, man, they ridiculously good, bro.
Yeah, they're quick, fast. I mean, but so you think Seattle and Houston? Now, those 2 defenses, boy, that would be something. It probably might be a boring Super Bowl because it might be less than 14 points. But
It'll still be good.
Yeah.
It'll still be good because plays will be because nowadays in a good defensive game, the defenses are so athletic now across the board that there's going to be great defensive plays.
Yeah,
There's going to be some
yeah.
kind of interception that's going to be great. There's going to be some kind of like, fumble or whatever and recovery. Somebody's going to get a pick six or a scoop and score or something like that. So one of those defenses will make a play.
All right.
Or the special teams like we saw last night.
So we'll see. Y'all heard the predictions here. We got Houston. We got Houston and LA, right? So we're gonna keep this going. Now I'm gonna put next segment. Do a little something different. I talked about it in the beginning. This is called Who You Smoking With. First of all, let's tell the people what you smoking on.
I'm smoking the Jaguar from J.C. Newman. If you haven't smoked one of these,
that's
man, it's a
that's
good
great
stick.
You turned me on to that joint. That is nice. You got another one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. I might need that. What you smoking on, Walt?
Oliva. The new Oliva came out a few months ago. Got it, put it in the humidor. Good stick.
Matter of fact, tell the people where you at now in terms of where they can come see you.
Absolutely. If you in the Tampa area, the South Tampa area, that is, I am at Casa de Monte Cristo at 510 South Howard. I am one of the tobacconists there, along with my colleagues Roberto and Tony. Come check us out. We have live music on Friday and Saturday from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. I'll be there watching the NFL games today. Check us out.
Good stuff. Oh, I'm smoking on the best stick this WAG, this WAWG.
We all we got.
We all we got. That's what it stands for. For those who don't know, that's
it
outside
out.
of GTG.
Right here.
WAWG. We all we got.
20 sticks.
Yep.
If you are a GTG member, you get that box for $200. If you are a non-financial member of GTG, that box is $250. For everybody else, is $250. Lounge owners, check us out. Hit us up, and we get you lounge pricing for you ASAP.
And even if you just regular, you're not GTG, it's $250 for retail.
Mm-hmm.
So you can find a chapter, come join us, and you get $50 off when you're financial. But if you're not, you still come to us and show some love. Blended by Rocky Patel.
If you are wanting to socialize and see what GTG is about, go on our website, hit us up. I'll respond in kind, let you know where you're at, and put you in contact with the lounge. You can chop it up and smoke with them, and see if you want to join. I had probably about 10 emails that came through the site over the last 5 days of individuals in Southern Maryland and Chicago and in Texas that want to join the chapter. First, chop it up to see if you can vibe and chop it up with the GTG fam and take it from there.
Yep.
What's the website?
So
the website is gtgcigarclub.com. Once again, gtgcigarclub.com.
now, how does somebody's interested? Boom. They hit the email or they hit the website. They say, I'm interested. What do they have to do? What's the process to become an actual member of GTG?
Well, one, you got to find the closest chapter in your area, and then just find out when they meet. And we'll tell you, like if you ping Walt, he'll get you in touch with the deputy mayor, or he'll put you in touch with myself, and I'll make sure I link you with that deputy mayor, so that way you know when they meet, or somebody from that chapter, so you know when they meet. So you go to their meeting. Most chapters are going to require you to attend at least 2 meetings, usually at least 1 business meeting, and the reason for that is twofold. One, so people can fellowship with you, get to know you, and you can get to know them. And the reason why it's good for you to attend a business meeting is because now you can see what that chapter is doing besides just smoking.
Right.
You can see how they conduct themselves. You can see the things they're doing in the community with GTG Gives, which are charitable arm. Because all of our chapters, when you look at GTG as a whole, we are responsible for over 250 community outreach programs throughout the country every year. I don't know any other club that's doing that. Right. And so you get to see all of that. You get to see what your dues go towards, the things that you can become involved with, and the different things we do in the cigar industry. But that's typically it. And then once you're there, how many members, once you decide to join, you're going to have to, somebody is going to have to nominate you, and then they'll ask you some questions, be some fun involved. You got to answer them, no matter how crazy they're going to be, and they're going to be crazy. That's how you got LT on top, but
LT on top, shout out.
But then the only other real requirement is how many ever members that are present at the time the meeting starts. You have to buy either a cigar or a shot, and it's the member's choice of either a cigar or a shot, but it's your choice of the cigar that you buy and the shot that you buy. We try to keep it under like $10, $11, because we're not trying to break people.
Right here.
So so if they got the WAG in there, then buy the WAG.
That's gonna be the WAG. Exactly.
But you just buy that, then you got to buy a black polo, and then you got to pay their dues.
Good stuff.
Remember,
Good stuff.
Service is the rent you pay to mankind. We're about community.
Mm-hmm.
That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. All right, though, before we close this out, we always do our wellness check with each other. But before that, I wanted to do something different. And who you smoking with? If you had the opportunity to sit down, fellowship, and have a stick for an hour with whoever, dead or alive, who would you want to have a stick with?
When you talked about that earlier, and you brought it up in the first segment, I went back and forth, but because I'm working on currently my emotional intelligence, I would want to sit down with Jackie Robinson to see how he was able to maneuver all that he maneuvered when he first came into the major leagues, and all that he went through. How he had the fortitude, the humility, the patience, and the emotional intelligence to not respond. I've read a lot about him. I've watched his family talk about his demeanor, but I would love to chop it up with him because I know he did smoke. Not like me, but he did smoke. So I think I would pick Jackie Robinson.
That's a good choice, man. Great choice.
It is.
Who you got, Ike?
So for me, if I got to smoke with anybody, it would be my father's father, my granddad. My father's side of the family, big family, you know, tons of brothers and sisters, and he's the baby, right? So
Your father's baby?
Yep.
Okay.
So I didn't get the chance to meet his dad or my grandfather. So, and coming from Sumter, South Carolina, right, and knowing the sharecropper history, you know, from slaves and all that, I'd want to meet him and just sit down and just talk to him and see like how our family started, how our family came to be, what were the real struggles that, you know what I'm saying, led to who we are today. So that way I could have that knowledge to make sure, even though my dad tells me, you know, something, but hearing it straight from him, so I can have that knowledge, because with being my dad's son, it's up to me to continue that, you know, that knowledge and that information to my boys so they can tell the rest of the generations. So that's who I would want to smoke with.
That's passing down that generational knowledge. We always talk about generational wealth, but to be able to give that generational knowledge to you.
But that is wealth.
That is
knowledge.
wealth.
It is wealth.
Yep. Yeah, good point.
Knowledge
It
is power.
sure is. No, that's a good choice, man.
How about you?
Man, I thought about going the family way, but I think I don't know if he smoked. I don't think he did, but I think I would go smoke with Kobe. Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Jelly Bean Bryant.
Yep. Black Mamba, and the reason is for me is that mentality to actually be a killer, switch it on the court, but also the service that he intended to do, and the family man that he was as well. And they, you know, he had his hiccup. We all have a hiccup. We all have a bump in the road. But
I had time to bomb.
Well, you had a pothole. You had a couple of potholes you had to maneuver through. I get it. Well, we probably had those too. But I think I wouldn't want to have that. You know, for me, you know, with basketball being a love for me, and I know the type of game that I played and the mentality that I had when I played as well, I would love to be able to have a conversation with him in terms of what he did and how he prepared. And because he was relentless, I mean, in terms of his preparation, relentless in terms of his dedication, and the self-discipline that comes along with that as well. So
tenacity.
that
That tenacity.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we got about 5 minutes left, and so let's close it out like we always do, and let's check on each other. You know, so it's been a while. It's been a new year. First time we're getting together in the new year. You know, so I haven't seen y'all in a year. You know, so let's start this with the check. How you doing? You know, what do you need? And can we help? Can either one of us help? So,
You go first. We always go first. One of us always usually go first. You go
that's
first.
how it is when you're the host. You get to do that. So,
Okay, RC.
all right, Walt, what you got, man? How you doing? How you doing, my brother?
I'm still struggling, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's been a struggle to have amassed all that I've learned in my life, and my career aspirations, and the successes and accommodations that I've had, to not be employed. It's been difficult. I will say, in the last 96 hours, I've gotten some substance in terms of conversation with people like, hey, where you been? I like your skills, blah, blah, blah. Just waiting for some contract vehicles to roll in over at McDill. I got some folks looking out for me in Chicago area, the DC area. I'm hoping that, you know, turns over into some interviews.
Yeah.
It's been a struggle. I haven't worked since April 1st of last year. And for those that think 6 months or even 8 months savings is going to save you, it will not. I have responsibilities with my family to take care of, and I've not shed from those. But it's been difficult. But luckily, my mental is such that, you know, I can go out and smoke a stick, chop it up with somebody at the lounge, and forget about that. I spent yesterday redoing my resume again, probably about the 13th time, because this ATS, you know, applicant tracking system is killing me. You know, and every time I submit a resume, you know, there's a hustle out there now. You got recruiters now saying, hey, we like your resume, but call this person and have them redo it for you, just as a money grab.
Right.
So of course, you know, with Chat GPT, with DeepSeek, my resume is great as it is. I just haven't been able to get it into somebody's hands that says, "Hey, yeah, let's
Right.
get them on the phone."
Yeah, like we always say, right? It's not what you know, it's who you know,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And that's what we need to do. So, you need anything from us, bro?
Hey man, if you talk to people that need somebody that's an experienced cloud security architect on the individual contributor side, I'm your man. If you need somebody, a senior director or a CISO, I had that experience as well, where I've been a CIO. I've walked in the shoes of my CISO, my last job, where I reported to the board, reported to the CEO. I have that skill set. So if you know anybody is looking, give them my information, please.
All right. Hey, we're family here, so my other GTG family, you hear it. We talk about helping each other out, but we would appreciate if you hear this and there's somebody out there that is looking. We would appreciate that as well. Help us out. All right, what you got, man? Tell me how you doing, bro?
Man, so I'm all right. Just managing. This is a busy year for me. Got a lot going on.
What you got going on?
So this dude. So at first, I got my son, my youngest son, who takes up most of my time because he plays on several different soccer teams. Y'all have heard me mention about him before, but one of the teams he plays for this year is going to Sweden to play in a thing called the Gothia Cup, and the Gothia Cup is like the Youth World Cup. That's that's it. So he'll go over there and he'll play against teams from everywhere,
That'd be great.
Those
exposure.
groupies.
Yeah. So
great exposure. He might not come back, man.
Hey, man, I'm cool with it. If one of these, because because soccer is different, man. One of these academies across the water, see him play.
Yeah.
They extend an invite. That's what we'll be. You know what I'm saying? Because if he gets picked up, well, I'm ghost.
You know what, man? I just thought about something, man. My nephew plays over in Greece. He's in a professional league, doing well over there in Greece. And after this, let's talk. I'm gonna give you his information so he can chop it up with him.
That's who you know.
All right. Yeah. I just thought about
But he
that.
will be picking up some groupies.
Need anything else from us?
Because I just got that. Then I got the wedding, in November. So just a lot.
You get married?
Yeah.
In case y'all missed that.
Yeah. Locked down. I'm good. I'm looking forward to it, man.
I know that's
I got a great thing at home, so I'm looking forward to it.
Shout out Red.
Yep. But no, man, I'm good. Just handling things. Like Walt said, got a good mental. I got good people that help me out with my mental because it takes that. I'm good. The only thing that I will say is not about me and what I need. What I need is I need for people to get an understanding of what it takes to handle it if somebody comes to you and says, bro, I need you. I need to talk. I'm not doing well. Because we say that a lot. Like, hey, man, you need something? You can come talk to me if you need to. You can come talk to me if you need to. But are you prepared for if somebody actually takes you up on that and does come and talk to you? So as much as when you're handling, you're looking out for your own mental health, look to see in those things to what you would need to say if somebody comes to you, because you'll need to come to somebody at some point. So put yourself, flip-flop the shoes. And that's what I need. I need for people to prepare themselves to be able to handle that. If somebody truly comes to them and says, man, I'm doing bad. I've been in that position before to where I was doing bad and I just needed to talk to somebody, and luckily or thankfully that person was able to help.
Yeah. So I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna go backwards. I'm gonna go with the need first, because check on your people, check on your family. And I'll give a perfect example. I put in a text about, look, man, things aren't going the way I want them to go as relates to this, WAG and stuff, right? With the efforts, we requested information so that we can try to put this out and make sure that the masses know, and we weren't getting that information, so it was frustrating to me. And brother, I recognized that frustration in the information I shared, and he gave me a call, and it wasn't as bad as he probably thought, but you don't know until you know. You don't know what you don't know, right? So I appreciate the fact that you reached out, for that. But to continue to add my 2 cents on what you mentioned is that we got word that one of our family members, our cousins, passed last week or a week and a half ago in D.C. in John Fitzgerald Cotton, You know, the cap. I don't know if you remember. Well,
I remember.
And it was shocking to me.
We chopped it all the time.
We used to chop it up all the time. You know,
coach. We just chop it about football all the time.
Yep. From fellow Washingtonian, good dude. And then we're at a time in our lives where we get information like that, where, and Mark mentioned it in our conference, right? Look to your left, look to your right, because unfortunately, somebody's not going to be here next year. And that's just the circle of life. That's just the reality. So if we know that in advance, you know, the minimal things, you know, don't blow the minimal things up. You know, somebody said something about you here. Somebody is talking bad. I mean, let's reach out and talk to each other and be family. I'm doing well right now. I don't have anything, to your point. There's a lot going on. You know, the new job and stuff that I'm doing, everything. The travel is going to pick back up and everything and all that. But from a mental perspective, it's like you can never have too much support. It's like wealth, right? You never have too much money. We're always chasing it. I'm always chasing and receiving the support that's needed. And I'm one that I love to give support where it's necessary. Love sharing whatever it is that I capture, knowledge, wealth, experiences, anything that I possibly can. I like to try to do that. So I'm good. You know, for me, I'm better when I know my brothers are good. And that's just real talk. You know, for people that are with me, I'm doing well when I know the people that are around me that I care for are doing well, and I want to do whatever I can to make, because you can have anything you want in this world, you can do anything you want in this world, but you can't do it alone. There's no one that's accomplished anything alone. So I want to continue to be that catalyst.
That's true, because you don't have to be on bottom. You can be on top, like LT.
Hey, they say it's better on top anyway, don't they?
I'm just saying.
They say it's better on top. Like we said. All right, so look, we're going to lock this one down. We appreciate you all sticking with us. Hope you enjoyed your stick. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If send us an email at smokyconversations@gmail.com. Reach out to us on the site, which is gtgcigarclub.com. We'll hit you back if you're interested in becoming a part of our family, and then you'll understand when we say we all we got.
Tomfoolery and shenanigans.
We all we need. All right. Appreciate you. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Peace.